So you want to play a Resident Evil game? Welcome to Professor Laurie's Resident Evil 101. The first thing you need to know about Resident Evil is that it has the tank control scheme. Forward move is up, turret turning left and right is left and right, and backs you up. Or down, I guess, would be backing you up, whatever. You know what I mean. The control schemes can't be edited in the first game, so the first game, the control scheme's set. But in 2, 3, Code Veronica, Remake, 0, by the way, 0 is horrible. I'm playing it right now, and it is horrible. Like, I've had it for a long time, and I only beat it one time. I can't remember nothing about it, so it's kind of blind. It's horrible. I'm not having fun at all. So, that is the only Resident Evil game I've been let down by besides Resident Evil Survivor. But that was a first-person shooter, and it was stupid. But anyway. Oh, and Outbreak was stupid, too. Anyway. The controls are... I would go into it thinking like they're similar to Silent Hill controls. Use the D-pad, don't use an analog stick. That's my number one, like, that's my one thing. A lot of people use the analog sticks. I'm a D-pad person. When I play Resident Evil, you know, it's like, oh, you can use this stick to move around. No. Even in Fatal Frame, I use the D-pad instead of the stick to move Miku and Mio, the two I've played, move them around instead of using the sticks. I use the sticks for the camera. But yeah. But as far as Resident Evil, the D-pad is all, you know, go all the way D-pad. Next. Oh yeah, as far as for Remake, and I'm assuming you have 0 as well, it probably came in that pack, it probably came with, I'm assuming 0 came with Resident Evil Remake in Resident Evil Archives. I'm assuming, I don't know. I don't have a Wii. And the version I have is a GameCube, and I know a lot of people told you, get a GameCube controller. That's really probably the only thing that can help you on Remake, is getting a GameCube controller, because the control settings using the GameCube is much easier. There's there's a little, the C stick on the GameCube controller, you flick it, you quick turn. It's so easy. So that's the only thing. I actually have a GameCube controller that is a Wii GameCube controller. That doesn't help you, but they do make them, in case you were wondering. So that's my Remake. As far as controlling it with Remake and using the Wii, I recommend the GameCube controller. It's going to help you the most. So there you go. But with the other games, you're going to have a PlayStation 2 controller. You know, you're set with that. You rock your PlayStation 2, and you know the PlayStation 2 controller is the best controller ever. Let's see, I'm trying to think. Next is dodging techniques. Bait and dodge. Every Resident Evil manual has a section. The little manual that comes with it has a section on dodging. And it says how to survive. But dodging, bait and dodge, best way. Make the zombie go one side, cut around the other side. It's easiest. I understand. You know, if you don't want the games spoiled for you, even though you did play 2. If you wanted to watch my 2 Let's Play just to see, you know, good dodging, you could watch Claire A, the first video. Because that I did that whole beginning part of the game without killing any zombies. Well, I did kill a couple, but I didn't pick up any items the whole way because I wanted to get the costumes. Yeah, so that's my recommendation for how to dodge, is to watch that. I think I got hit maybe one time or something like that. Maybe, I can't remember. I have no idea. I can't remember my videos worth crap. But As far as next would be, I guess, ammo conservation. Don't kill everything. Um, Whereas it's kind of hard not to kill everything because, you know, you're in a room, there's 5 zombies coming at you, what are you gonna do? Kill the zombies. Kill all 5 of them. but, but, you know, if, you know, you're in a hallway and there's zombies and, you know, the hallway's just straight. Just dodge the zombies through the hallway. That's the best way. Don't let them gang up on you. Crawlers, don't waste your ammo on crawlers. Just let them grab you and stomp their heads in. That's the best way. Unless you're, you know, in danger, and then don't let them do that because they will kill you. Let's see. Healing items. Save. What I do personally, I'm obsessive. So I organize my box, my item box, by I do it by categories. I do healing items, weapons, ammo, puzzle items, that, you know, that kind of thing. Sometimes I'll do ammo on top, going up, and then so that when I open the box, it starts right at my healing items. So I do my healing items, and I'm OCD, so I organize them: first aid sprays, mega herbs, that kind of thing. If you have a lot of herbs, like let's say in Remake, in the room where you went in and there was that tentacle plant, and you had to put the herbicide in there so you could get the herbs, and the key item that was in there, I think it was a death mask, I can't remember. When you have a room that has a bunch of herbs, best way is to just combine 2 at a time, especially if you've got red herbs. Just do 1 green, 1 red. That's a full heal. 2 greens, that's good. That'll heal you from, if you're in like the almost to danger caution, I call it orange caution. That'll heal you up to fine if you use 2 green herbs. You can combine 3, which is good in case, you know, if you're in danger, but I don't recommend doing that because you're wasting 1 herb every time you heal if you know, get hurt once. I usually, what I'll do is I'll keep all my healing items in the box and carry 1 healing item with me, but then again, I'm relatively I'm a veteran, so that's the kind of thing I do. But, you know, I've watched, I don't watch very many people's Resident Evil LPs because they make me want to punch them in the face. Because they're a lot of them are emulators, and a lot of them rely on save states like, oh, I walked into a room and I got hit by a zombie. Up, bear load it. Why? The point of the game is to get hurt a couple times. But I digress. You know, the only people whose Resident Evil Let's Plays I've watched have been yours, Mangaminx, and August Girls, and those are the only people I will watch Let's Play Resident Evil games besides myself. And Steve did Resident Evil 5, but, you know, it's Resident Evil 5. It's not the same as Resident Evil 1. At least I don't consider it the same. The puzzles. A lot of people overthink the puzzles. The puzzles are ridiculously simple. Especially in the first 2 games. They're ridiculously simple. 3, the puzzles start to get a little more complicated and stupid. In Code Veronica, they're even more stupid and pointless. Remake threw a couple of pointless, stupid puzzles in there. And 0 has some really stupid partner puzzles. But, you know, if you're good at games with puzzles like Silent Hill, I mean, you just did Silent Hill 2 with hard puzzles. I know you're good at puzzles. Just don't overthink them is the thing. Like, I've caught myself overthinking a Resident Evil puzzle before and been like, well, why am I doing this? It's fucking easy. Just don't overthink the puzzles. They're not that hard. Like, and they don't change on any difficulty you're playing on. I recommend maybe doing an easy run. Like, you know, if you're wanting to do a let's play of it, I won't judge you if you play on easy. I mean, August Girl, her Let's Plays, she did them blind, and she did them on easy. And they were still great, you know, and she was able to get through the game. Which is always good. With Remake, it kind of doesn't, like, the choices you have at the beginning, they don't, like, it's not really a difficult, like, it is a difficulty setting, but it's not really, because it's just weird, because they don't really give you the difficulty setting until you beat the game. Then they give you easy, normal, and hard. So yeah, Resident Evil is just a game that you can't overthink. It's not as complex as Silent Hill, which of course, you know, if you compare it to Silent Hill, it makes it, you know, ridiculously easy. Because on some Silent Hill puzzles, I've spent some time. I think I spent, when I did one puzzle in Silent Hill 3 for my Let's Play that I haven't finished yet, I think I sat here for like 5 minutes just doing math, trying to figure out a puzzle. When I did Silent Hill 1, that little valve puzzle in the school, like, that took me forever. I didn't know what to do. So the best thing, you know, is just not to overthink it. You can't overthink. You can't let it beat you. The hardest parts I've come in Resident Evil have been boss fights, really. But nowadays, I think about how hard the boss was the first time I played it, and now it's like, I got it. You know, so you just have to, the first time you play through a Resident Evil game is always learning. It's always going to take you forever. It's always going to be really difficult. It's always going to suck. But once you get through it and you complete it, that's when you get the gratification, and you're like, oh my god, this is actually really good. You know, let me try this again, and then you can play through it again, and you already know what's going to happen. And you know, once you're able to get through it, you can start getting through it faster. I think it takes me a non-Let's Playing run of Resident Evil 1. It takes me 3 hours. 3 hours. My brother did Resident Evil 2 in 2 hours. So, but yeah, I mean, like I said, those were the first games we ever played. So I can't, you know, it's just, you know, the control scheme's like a tank. That's how I think of it, is like a tank. Bait and dodge. Those are my words of wisdom. Bait and dodge. That or weave. Just weave. You're going to get hit a couple times, but that's what herbs are for. Don't kill everything unless you have to. Clearing rooms, completely fine. If you're going to clear a room of zombies, kill them. Just kill them and get them out of the way. But hallways, you can dodge them. And for most of the time, it's better just to leave the zombies there, because they're going to go away later anyway to bring in a new monster or something, you know. So it's better not to waste your ammo. Shotgun blows heads off as long as you aim up. And the best way to do is just aim up and wait until the zombie is just a little, maybe, you know, close enough to where if he gets one step closer, he'll grab you. Just as long as he's far enough away he can't grab you, then you can do a pop one off, blow his head off. Instant kill. Yeah. Also, people saying, save the Magnum, save the Magnum, save the Magnum. You get plenty of Magnum ammo. Use the Magnum if you have to. That's what I do. Use the weapon that, you know, use a big weapon if you have to. But don't say, I cannot use this because I have to save it. You can use it when you want to. You'll get plenty of ammo for it. You know, so those are my words of wisdom to you. I hope they help. And I hope to see you playing Resident Evil 1 one day. So, thanks, Mangaminx. I hope this helped. And I'll see you around.